Welcome to yoga. Today we're going to work toward Garudasana or eagle pose, and we're going to begin seated today. So in an easy cross-legged position, which is a pose, Sukhasana. So take a seat, maybe more comfortable to sit up on a blanket or a block. Your legs can be crossed or out in front, whatever is more comfortable for you. So find your seat. First, feel your foundation. So feel your sit bones on the blanket or the floor, wherever they're resting. Close your eyes. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. And find a comfortable place to rest your hands, palms up or down on your legs or knees somewhere. And begin to journey inward. Bringing your awareness inside and taking a few moments to transfer from your thinking mind to your feeling mind, listening to your body, following your breath, but just seeing where you're starting out today. So notice any body sensations, relax any areas that might feel tense or tight. Make sure your face is relaxed, your jaw, your neck, shoulders down from the ears. Feel where you're supported by your mat. Notice the rhythm of your breath. Notice how your body moves as you inhale and exhale through your nose. Notice any emotions that you're carrying around. Maybe any thoughts that keep cycling through your head, thinking about the past or the future. And just gently bring your awareness right into the present moment. The pranayama today is going to be 4-2-4-2. So inhaling to a count of 4, pausing in complete stillness, holding the breath in for a count of 2, exhaling to a count of 4, stillness, holding the breath out for a count of 2. So very simple, just establish your own count, something that's comfortable, doesn't create anxiety, and just settle in for a minute or two, breathing in, count of 4, slow, deep, even, pausing for a count of 2, exhaling, slow, deep, even to a count of 4, pausing for a count of 2. Keep your awareness on your breath. The counting will help you to stay focused on your breath, but also feel the breath as it moves in your body. You might try bringing your gaze, your drishti, to the space between your eyebrows, in the center of your forehead. That's your third eye, the seat of your intuition. Since yoga is about looking inward, self-awareness, this is where the center of your deepest insight is, your subconscious. So as you continue with your pranayama, note that what you're doing right now is yoga. You're doing asana, which is the posture, seated posture, sukhasana. Pranayama, which is working with the breath, freeing the breath. Breath is a very important part of practice. That's why we move with the breath. We do certain things on inhale, certain things on exhale. Breath connects the mind and the body. And we're doing meditation. That's the focus that develops during yoga practice as you keep your awareness with your in your body sensation, your feeling mind. And as you practice, this ability to focus is strengthened. So those are the main elements of yoga practice. There are also the yamas and niyamas, which are the personal and social restraints or guides. And one of those is svadhyaya, which is self-study. So as you practice yoga today and every day, you are studying yourself, your inner landscape. And now let go of your pranayama. Just come back to a slow, deep, even breath. You can maintain throughout practice. If you know and enjoy practicing ujjayi, which is just a narrowing of the glottis, so it makes a very quiet sound. It just helps to control your breath and keep it even and steady. Or if not, just stay with a slow, deep, even breath. Take a few moments to create an intention for your practice today, a very powerful means of accomplishing anything you set out to do. And we'll begin our back practice on our back, supine. So remove any props from your mat and come over onto your back. Stretch out long, legs are long. Bring your arms up overhead. Activate your legs by stretching out through the soles of your feet, spreading your toes. Pada Bandha. Reach your fingertips back toward the whatever walls in back of you. Spread your finger bases. Hasta Bandha. Gently stretch in two directions. Breathe here. Couple slow, deep, even breaths. And on your next Exhale, pull your belly in, draw your right knee into your chest. Take a hold around the shin or behind the thigh. Squeeze it in as you continue to breathe. Keep your left leg active, so gently stretching out, extending the right leg as you gently press the right leg in, flexion in your hip and knee. Breathe here. Notice sensation. Try to release any place you can. And the next time you come to an inhale, bring your right knee over your right hip. Continue to keep your left leg active, gently stretching out. Foot is flexed. And on an inhale, raise your right foot toward the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knee, leg comes down. So just moving with your breath. Inhale, right leg straightens, press up. Exhale, knee bends. A couple more times. Face is relaxed. Left leg active, right leg moving, left leg still. So your legs are doing different things. Next time you inhale and your right leg straightens, press up through the sole of the right foot and then point your toes toward the ceiling. Stretch up through as if you want to touch those toes to the ceiling. Keep breathing and stretching through both legs. One foot is flexed, one foot is plantar flexion, the other is dorsiflexion. And now bring your right toes toward your shin. Press your right heel up toward the ceiling. On an exhale, pull your belly in, lift your chest, walk your hands up your right leg to the calf or the ankle, whatever's comfortable. Activate your core so your belly is pulled in, and lift your chest toward your thigh. Hold and breathe. Left leg, don't forget your left leg. Keep those toes pointing up. And then inhale, bring your upper body down, bend your right knee. Bring your foot back to the mat, straighten out your right leg. Take one full body stretch. Inhale, arms up overhead, lengthen in two directions. Pull your belly in on the exhale, bring your left knee to your chest, and we'll repeat that sequence on the other side. Please notice any differences in your side. Clarify that your right leg is active, so your right foot is flexed. You're gently lengthening out through the right leg as you bring your left thigh toward your chest. Come back to your breath. As you're holding, you might focus your attention, your drishti, on your third eye. Inhale, bring your left knee over your left hip. Exhale here, then inhale, straighten. Your leg does not have to be totally straight. Just bring your foot up toward the ceiling. Exhale, bend. A few times moving the knee through flexion, extension. Left leg gently pressing out. Right leg gently pressing out. Left leg pressing up toward the ceiling on the inhale. Please modify if you have any discomfort in the movement in your knee, your hip, or wherever. Modify. And the next time you inhale and your left leg is straight, point the left toes toward the ceiling. Continue to keep active in your right leg. Breathe. Slow, deep, even breath. Bring your left toes toward your shin. Left heel up toward the ceiling. Stretch it up. And then stretch the whole bottom of your left foot up toward the ceiling. On an exhale, pull your belly in and walk your hands up your leg. Draw the leg toward your chest toward the leg. Ground down lightly through the right leg. Breathe. One more slow, deep breath. And then inhale, bring your upper body down. Bend your left knee. Bend your right knee and draw both knees into your chest. And just rock gently on your sacrum a little bit. Perhaps make some circles with your knees around your hips and the other direction. And then lengthen your legs out again. Bring your arms up overhead. Begin to move your left leg a little bit out to the left and then bring the right to meet it. Keep moving the left leg in small increments till you reach your edge of stretch. You can cross the right ankle over the left ankle to make a little bind there. Take a hold of the right wrist with your left hand and walk your hands over to the left. So you come into a crescent or banana shape. Both hips are on the floor. And then lengthen out through your whole right side. So as you're inhaling, send the breath all the way up and down the right side. Exhale, soften a little bit. So 3 more breaths, slow, deep breaths. Stretching out through your toes and out through your right hand. Walk your hands back to center, uncross your legs and bring your legs back to center. Take a full body stretch. Inhale, lengthen in 2 directions. Exhale, release. Begin to walk your right leg out a little bit to the right. Bring the left leg to meet it. Find your edge where you can keep your left hip on the floor. And then begin to walk your arms over to the right. Take a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Gently guide it over. Crescent shape, banana shape on the other side. Stretch all the way up your left body, left side body. Stay connected with your breath, sending the breath all the way into the stretching side. Notice how you can feel the breath there as you inhale, sending it there. Feel the stretch deepen. One more slow, deep, even breath. And then walk your hands back to center, legs back to center. Bring your arms down by your side. Bend your knees. Bring your knees over your hips, so as if you're sitting on a chair on your back. Take your right thigh and cross it over your left thigh. And then draw your lower legs toward each other. So you're squeezing your lower legs toward each other. If you can make another bind by crossing your right ankle under your left calf, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, just keep those lower legs squeezed together. So this is the leg position of Garudasana, the pose we're heading toward today. So we're just doing it in a different foundation. And it's adduction of your legs. So they're coming together, crossing the midline, which isn't something that we do too often. So continue to squeeze them together. Continue to breathe. Option 2, take hold on the back of your legs. On an exhale, pull your belly in and bring your torso up toward your legs. Inhale down, uncross your legs, bring both feet back to the mat. And then lift your feet again. Take your left thigh over your right. This side will feel different. Modify so that you don't feel any discomfort in your knees. Squeeze the lower legs together or bind with the ankle, left ankle under the right leg if that's open to you. Option to lift your upper body toward your thighs. Inhale, bring your upper body down if it's raised, both feet to the mat. One more time, draw your knees into your chest. Cross your ankles and then rock a little bit on your spine and rock up, come to a seat. And you might want to sit on a blanket here. Change the cross of your legs, so have the left leg in front and come to a seat. So feel your sit bones connected to the floor. Sit with a tall, straight spine. Hands on your knees. You start with some seated cat-cows. So on an inhale, pull your chest through your thighs. Spinal extension. You can lift your chin a little. Exhale, pull away, round your back, chin to chest. A few more times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Now come back to center, and we're going to begin to make circles with our shoulders around our hips. So bring your body out to the right And then flex your spine, bring it to the back, out to the left, extension. So we're just doing cat-cow with some side movement, like a barrel roll in a seated position. Inhale through half of your circle and exhale through the other half. It doesn't matter when that happens. One more circle in this direction. And then pause and reverse your circles. Try to match your movement to your breath. Half of your circle on the inhale, half on the exhale. One more. And then rock forward so you come to hands and knees, but not to stay. Press down into your spread fingers, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. First dog, walk your dog a little bit, bring some movement that feels good. Perhaps a big bend in your knees, send your tailbone up, and then gradually straighten your legs. Then bend your knees a lot. Walk your hands and feet together. Come to the front edge of your mat in Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Just hang here in standing forward bend, knees bent a lot or a little. Head is heavy. Shake your head yes, no. Your chest can be resting on your thighs to support your low back. Any arms you want. Let the upper body weight down, pull out the low back, lengthen it out, relax. And then bring your hands to the mat, bend your knees. Then hands to shins, come up halfway, lengthen out. Exhale, fold, lengthen all the way up. And hands to Anjali Mudra. And we will build a mountain pose. So build your mountain pose from the feet up. Hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. Externally rotate your arms. Big external rotation. Feel the shoulder blades come together on the back. Chest is open. Lift up through the crown of your head. Close your eyes if you have the balance. That helps to stay inward. Release any extra effort and return to your breath. Relax your face, your jaw, shoulders down. 3 slow, deep, even breaths. Feel energy. And then if your eyes are closed, open your eyes, spread your finger palms open. Inhale, arms up. We're going to do a few sun breaths, palms touch. Exhale, palms down and back around. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, keep your hands, arms active. Keep pressing lightly down into the floor. We're going to do some warm-ups with half sun salutations. with chair. Build some heat. So start with your feet about hip width apart, maybe a little closer. Inhale, arms go up. Move with your breath. Exhale, tilt your tailbone up, fold forward. Inhale, set your hips back, rise up through chair. Arms around to Anjali Mudra. Keep going. Move with your own breath. Feel the body moving all together. You're using all your major muscle groups here. Couple more. Last one. This time, when you come to chair, hold the pose, settle in, reestablish your foundation, hips back. Arms can be at your waist, goal post, up overhead, behind your back, arms of choice. Just feel stable. Make any little modifications as you hold here. Strong legs, little bit of a back bend. Check in with your breath. Find where you can hold and still keep the slow, deep, even breath. Focus. Inhale all the way up, and hands come around to Anjali Mudra. Take a few breaths in mountain pose. Close your eyes. Feel balanced, stable, aligned. Reconnect with your breath. So come back to the asana, which is mountain pose, the pranayama, attaching with your breath, and the meditation, the stillness. You can bring your gaze to your third eye, or just focus on the breath. In your feeling mind, not your thinking mind. And then let your eyes open. Make sure you're at the front edge of your mat. Feet hip width apart. Pivot on your right heel. Bring your right toes out to point toward the edge of your mat, the corner. Take a step back. So your feet are apart, not on the same line. Square your hips toward the front edge of the mat. So your right hip's going to want to go back. Take your hand and just gently bring it forward. Bend your left knee so it comes right over the left ankle. You can see your toes. So get this foundation. You're pushing down through both feet. Back leg internally rotated. So especially press down through that back right toe. Keep that hip forward. Bring your hands to your heart space. Inhale, arms out to goal post. Exhale, right arm under the left, perhaps binding at the wrist, bringing your palms together or the backs of your hands, or just hands on shoulders. So this is eagle arms. We're in Warrior One foundation. Eagle arms. So we're going to do that in movement a few times. Inhale, goal post. Exhale, right arm under left. Bring the hands away from your face. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. This time we're going to hold with eagle arms. So keep your legs active. Notice the shoulder blades broad across the back. Bring your hands away from your face. Keep your elbows up if you can, up by your shoulders. 2 more breaths. Unwrap your arms, step your right foot forward. Walk out your feet a little bit, and we'll do that same thing to the other side. So this time, pivot on your left heel, left toes go out about 45 degrees. Take a step back. Right knee bends over right ankle. Left hip comes forward. Hands to heart space, Anjali Mudra. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Inhale, goalpost. This time, left arm under right. Inhale, goalpost. 2 more. Left under right, eagle arms. This time, hold. Make sure you're internally rotating the back leg, pressing down through the front foot, keeping the left hip from scooting back. Elbows up toward the shoulders height, shoulder height, hands away from your forehead. If you have the balance, you can close your eyes. 2 more slow, deep, even breaths. Unwrap your arms, step your left foot forward, take 2 rounds of half sun. If you don't want to come up through chair, you can just do a half lift and come up. So any sort of a half sun type movement, just to bring some movement after stillness. Take 2 or 3 breaths in mountain. And then we're going to move toward our Garudasana, our eagle pose. So we've done the legs on our back. We've done the arms just now in Warrior One. This is a balance pose. So we're going to end up on one leg. Well, let's start with letting the weight go down into the right foot. Bend your knees a little bit. Come up onto the left toes. Cross the left leg over the right. Take your time here. Make sure you've got your drishti, your core is engaged. Take your time to find where this is going to go. If you can do the double bind, go ahead and establish that. Otherwise, just cross and press your lower legs together. Inhale, your arms out. Take your left arm under your right. You can always help yourself by putting your left toes on the floor. So find whatever works for you here. This takes a lot of focus, a lot of concentration. Don't forget to breathe. If it works better for you just to put your ankle on over your left ankle on your right knee, that's fine. Some version. And then unwrap your arms, come out. Just shake out your legs. Sway side to side. It's a complicated pose, and it's hard to breathe when your chest is constricted, your abdomen is crunched in. So there's a lot going on in eagle pose. Okay, other side. Weight comes into the left leg. Bend your knees first. Right thigh over left. Bind or squeeze the lower legs together. Get steady here. And then when you're ready, you can just cross your arms on your shoulders or take your right arm under your left. Lift your elbows up. You can bend a little deeper. Bend your knees a little more. Play with it. Keep breathing. And when you're ready to come out with as much control as you can, smiling. Shake it out. Nice job. Eagle pose is not easy. Then turn to face the long edge of your mat. Step your feet wide apart. Feet are parallel, toes may be turned in a little bit. Inhale, lengthen up and down through your legs. Hinge forward at the hips with a long, flat back as far as you can go. Hands to the mat or a block. And then perhaps you can take your feet out a little wider and come all the way forward. You're going to have an option here to either walk both hands over to the right, drawing your chest toward your thigh, or putting your left hand under your nose and inhaling, taking a twist up, right arm up toward the ceiling. So here our legs are adducted, pulled away from the midline. So it's a little bit of a compensation for eagle pose where we did adducting, AD, not AB. And then exhale, either walk your hands over come back to center, walk your hands over to the left or take a twist to the left. And then bring both hands down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Then come halfway up. Bring your hands, have a long flat back. Bring your hands to your hips. And inhale, push into your feet, strong back, come all the way up, heel toe your feet together. Come to the front edge of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Place your hands on the mat, step back into down dog. Inhale, bring your knees to the floor, feet out to the side, and come on over onto your back. So you can have a block nearby if we're gonna do a little dynamic bridge and then a held bridge. So during the held bridge, you might want to make it a supported bridge and put the broad side of the block under your sacrum. But let's start with moving bridge. So feet are hip width apart, close to your hips. Roll your shoulder blades together. Open your chest a little bit. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Inhale, press into your hands and feet, lift your hips. Exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, lift, chest moves toward chin. Keep a neck long. Don't move your chin towards your chest. Don't let your knees splay out. So press, energetically press the knees together. They do not touch, but you're just pressing into that big toe mound so the knees don't move out to the side. And then choice to hold. Either you can put a block under your sacrum for supported bridge, or perhaps clasp your hands under your low back so you can press down through the upper arms, down through your feet. Breathe. And then if you're up and held, slowly lower. Take the block out if you've been on a block. Just briefly draw your knees into your chest. Rock around on your sacrum, on the back of your pelvis. And then bring your feet back to the mat. Walk your feet out to the outer edges of your mat and let your knees fall together, come together. If that is too strong of a sensation, bring your feet a little closer together. So find the place where your feet can be out to the side, knees coming in, so that they touch each other and you can begin to release in that inner groin area. Bring your arms out to the side, shoulder height, palms spread, palms up, and then inhale, bring your arms up, bring your right arm to your left shoulder, left arm to your right shoulder, give yourself a hug. This is constructed rest pose, so you want to find the place where you can just release. It's kind of hard. Maybe walk your feet a little further away. That might experiment with some finding the place where you can really relax into this. So for me, I have a pretty strong sensation in my leg creases, the groin area. Feels better for me to have my feet a little further away from my hips. So modify for yourself. This is an asana. Come back to your breath. Feel the breath in your body. Feel the release on the exhale. Focus either on your third eye or on your breath. Inhale, bring your arms out to the side, cross them the other way. Left arm on top, hug yourself the other way. See where you can let go. Feel the support of the mat. Release down, let your body be heavy where it's touching the mat. Let your legs support each other so you can release the muscles of your hips and thighs. Release the muscles of your face, your jaw, your neck. Notice where you feel sensation, if it's a tightness, if it's anything you can release. Consciously let go on the exhale. Stay right in this moment, breath to breath. Stay in your body. And then uncross your arms, bring your knees apart, and take any last movement, any last pose, dynamic or held, before you move into Shavasana. So give yourself a minute or so to release anything that needs to be released, or do anything that your body's calling for. It could be a powerful movement, it could be a restorative. Make sure that whatever you're doing, you balance out your sides. Give yourself time to do that. And then as you're ready, find your position for Shavasana. Could be legs up the wall. It could be sitting back with your lower legs on a seat of a chair. A rolled blanket under your knees feels good, can feel good. Eye bag. Just make sure you're comfortable and warm. So there are no distractions. So your body in Shavasana is supported, symmetrical, not requiring energy to hold the pose, and just surrender. So Shavasana is a posture, it is an asana, but it is not pranayama, it is not meditation, it's a surrender, just letting go of everything right in the moment. It's not thinking, it's just being with each breath in the moment. It's a real gift to your body, your mind, your spirit, and it's a place to integrate all we've done in practice today. Let it sink into your body, into your muscles. Gently bring your awareness back to the space. And awaken your body slowly. Bring your knees into your chest and come over onto your side. Just scan your body. Notice your energy. Notice the state of your mind, your emotions. Revisit your intention. And bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Sit with your eyes closed, a tall, straight spine. Bring your hands, palms together, thumbs at your heart space. Bow to your efforts today. This time you've taken just for yourself to bring wellness to your body, mind, spirit. Get to know yourself better. Have gratitude to your willingness to stay focused, stay in your feeling mind, be in the present moment. And take the gifts that you've given yourself from practice out to use in your everyday life off the mat and to share with others. The light in me bows to and honors the very same light in each of you. Namaste. Thanks for coming to yoga and being eagles. And I'll see you back here again next week. Bye-bye.